Okay, how's it going? It's me, Shauna. Welcome to day 4 of our 5-day self-care mastery challenge. We're on our last 2 days here. How are you doing? What's happening? I'm going to just try to talk to both of our platforms here on social media. Bear with me just a moment. We just are hitting 2 o'clock. This missing key is really, really good, guys. When I don't know if you guys opened up your emails this morning, but we kind of flip self-care on its head when we talk about what everyone should be doing. That word drives me nuts anyway. But we're as moms and in a culture that everyone is supposed to be doing something a certain way, right? Like gurus are here to say, you have to do it this way. You should be doing it that way. So what we do here with me at It's Shauna Bryant and at the Inner Workings Movement, our programs, our challenges, everything that we do here, we really just flip things on its head to make it super simple, super not overwhelming. And this is our missing key that is really... it's not in your face, but it's a little bit eye-opening. So bear with me just a second. I want to make sure that you all can hear me. Just let me know where you're coming from. If you can hear me, that'd be awesome. I'm going to double check over here inside of Facebook. Okay, so we're fine there. We are fine here. Okay, so if you got your email this morning, you'll know we open it up to very deep conversations. Day 4's missing key is give yourself permission. So what does that mean? So I know moms in general, I'm loud and clear in Phoenix. Awesome. I know moms in general can, we do a lot of bending over backwards. This can be, lots of different personalities, different races, different sexes. It's all of it. But we are tending and speaking to moms in general because sometimes we set the bar so high for our expectations that we really kind of give ourselves a hard time to just be imperfect and to be human. Humans mess up, we're imperfect souls. But we are doing good. We have a hard time like giving ourselves a pat on the back. It's really like critical, and we should be like other moms, and then we go on social media and we're like scrolling like, oh, I got to do this. So we stop, we go in comparisonitis mode. I should be doing things this way or that way. And this is a real, just a different spin on learning how to take care of yourself. So when we are talking about the missing key number 4, give yourself permission, it's really just a loud and clear statement saying you are in charge of you, right? No one else. It's so hard. It's so hard to control our families and our husbands and our, jobs. And, really the only thing that we can control 100% is who we are right here and then how we show up. We can have a crap attitude. We can have a good attitude. Literally, this human being is the only person I can control. I'd like to control my 3 boys. Tried it, not happening. So sometimes we have these really high expectations of ourselves, to have the perfect family, clean house, a chore list. We talked about this yesterday, a mile long. I can't relax until XYZ are done. And then like this perfectionism, like, oh, what if they see my house is super messy? Or what if I'm messy? Or what if I, am emotional or sensitive, or all of these different things. So I want to ask you a question, and you can answer this or message me outside of this space. Are you noticing that you're really extremely hard on yourself? Are you feeling like just this pressure to be a certain way? And when we talk about giving yourself permission, it's really just about allowing yourself to be, to show up as who you are, to, mess up, be messy, be funny, be funky, in all the things of ins and outs of parenting, because parenting is really hard, right? Parenting, you think you've got it, and then you add one more kid to the mix, like we did. We added a third. Or you think that you've got the baby stage down. Yeah, we're going into, elementary school. Oh, whoa. or you go into teenager roles, right? Like there's different cycles of parenting, and right when you think you kind of have it figured out, then it's slapping your face like, nope, just kidding, we're gonna bring you back down. So if you are resonating with any of this stuff, it really is just a time for you to come into this space, meaning yourself, to focus on you, just showing up, like not waiting for permission from anybody to give you permission to do what you want or to be who you want, or does that kind of make sense? So what is really going to happen if you slow down, or what is really going to happen if you take a break? What is really going to happen if you take care of yourself and slow down and just, like we talked about yesterday, kind of just giving this, if the house is messy, just taking a break from it from a little bit, like just hitting the pause button and saying, I need to rest for a little bit. So my question to you is like, what do you think will happen if you slow down, if you pause, if you take a break? Do you think the house is going to explode? Do you think things are going to fall apart? Like legit, despite everything that needs to get done, what happens if you slow down to just give yourself permission to kind of take a break? This is all, it's just a simple methodology, if you will, or simple thought, a simple idea that you can give yourself permission to take a break. You can stop waiting for people to give you permission because you are the only source that's in control of you. Does that make sense? Hold on, I'm really thirsty. So if you slow down a little bit, if you can give yourself perfection, or if you can give yourself the permission to just pause and take a break, it's really a good opportunity for you to just kind of tap back into here, right? And figure out what's going on. What is everyone's opinions kind of affecting me? Is my husband putting pressure on me? Is my lifestyle so hard that I can't even take a break, or I feel guilty? Like these are things that we've talked about this each day here. We're on the 4th day. We've talked about this, the expectations and learning things that we were taught growing up, right? Our caregivers, no one's slowing down. It was always like this, right? So here we are, 30s, 40s, etc., and we're doing the same thing. So who are you seeking permission from when it comes to taking care of you? Can you give yourself permission if you're not waiting from anyone to give you permission, husband, spouse, parents, the people, the perfection people on the internet? Who are you waiting for permission on? And if you're not waiting on for permission from anyone, are you able to give yourself permission to take a break and pause and take care of yourself when you need it, right? One thing I wanted to bring up, let me just make sure we don't have, okay, good. One thing I wanted to talk about too from yesterday's missing key was have fun. One thing that I got a couple of messages from was like, how do I have fun? I don't even know what to do that's fun anymore. And I think that really just resonates so much because I was there. I can feel myself when I had my third. It was like, holy smokes, who am I? I don't even know what to do. Everything was just all about taking care of the kids, right? But now 6 years later, we've been working. I've been doing the inner work, taking care of myself, learning how to like get my needs met. And I was able to kind of redefine who I was and what I like to do. No longer am I doing kickboxing and hitting the gym 6 days a week, right? Intense 3-hour workouts. I'm doing things that are more like slower and more relaxed and more me time and quiet time and really just soothing myself. So baths are fun, laughing is fun, dancing is fun. So what is that for you? And if you don't know that, that's okay. We talked about this yesterday too with our missing key. If you feel like you've kind of lost your way with the parenting, slow down and try different things. If the things that you used to like are not really interesting anymore, try something new, read different books, try different classes, do a ukulele lesson, do a horseback riding, or Does that make sense? So it's really just about giving yourself permission to sit in the quiet to find out what it is that you're needing. How can you have fun to shake off the stress, right? We talked about this yesterday about not on this planet to suffer. We are not here to do boring shiz all day long or stressful stuff. And with the state of the world outside and everything that's going on, things changing left and right, you have to give yourself permission to pause and to really be rebellious, to take care of yourself, right? It's just so important for that. So this is such a broad topic because it's not one specific thing. It's not like you're not saying to yourself, oh, I'm waiting on for permission from my husband so that he'll let me go. It's not that clear. It's more of a psychological or a mindset that, oh, I have to kind of I need permission from so-and-so, or does that make sense? So this is not an easy thing. You're not telling yourself all the time that you need permission, but what are you waiting for to take care of yourself? Does that make sense? Because it's sometimes the perfectionism, the high expectations, the I can't be messy and be human. My house is a mess, but I have to clean it up before I can relax. All of those things, they're just keeping you like this, like a hamster wheel, right? We don't want to be like that. We want to be grounded and be patient and present so that we're not reacting to everything that happens in our lives. Like, oh no, this happened and this happened and this happened. We want to be grounded so we can come from a place of love and patience and not always frustration. Go, this. And I know school's starting pretty soon. I don't know your schedule, but I am homeschooling now. Probably one or two of my kiddos because our kids' school closed down. So I was kind of like getting super stressed out about it. Like, oh shoot, I don't want to do this. This sucks. And I had to just, mourn it and cry it out when I found out the school was closing. I cried it out for like 2 days and then just started reaching out to people. What are you doing? I don't want to be homeschooling 3 separate children with, first, third, and 7th grade. Right, like all of these things are happening. All of these things are going on a continual basis. And I've been getting a lot of messages from a lot of you online. I just pulled my kids. Like that's what a lot of people said. I just pulled my kids. I couldn't deal with the school opening, then they're closing, then they pushed it back. Like that yo-yo. And this is how we've been living our lives for the last, 5 months, 6 months. It's been a yo-yo back and forth. So how can you, amidst all of the chaos going on, give yourself permission to pause, take a break, relax, do what lights you up, not what the kids want to do, none of that, but really filling this back up. Does that make sense? So it's really just about exploring this. What do you need? And this is a really good opportunity for you to get. This is a good kind of a spark of the of your creative juices flowing. So you might want to grab a journal for this one. Like if this is kind of oh, what is she saying, or triggering you in a certain way, or if you resonate with any of this, this is a really good opportunity for you to write it down. Write down what's going on. How are you feeling? Feel all the feels. Write it down. What's coming up for you? Oh, I feel guilty when I sit down, or I feel lazy, right? I always feel like I have a million things to do and then I don't want to do any of them. Write it down. Let me make sure I'm just doing this over here. I just want to make sure I stay on track with time. So your job for our 5-day self-care mastery challenge, it's not really a job, it's just an assignment. If you choose to do it, great. Because if you do, you can get, by the way, we've talked about this the last few times, but there's we have books and coaching and music and chakra cards and stuff that we're giving away for the people who are joining and participating. But it's really just about reconnecting back to you. So if you want to grab a journal and answer this question, What or who are you waiting for permission on to really just stop and take a break, right? You don't need to outsource self-care. You can't do that. It's just like outsourcing exercise. It will never happen. You can buy trainers, right? That'll help you stay motivated and hold you accountable. But you cannot outsource eating healthy. You cannot outsource dieting. Exercising. You can't outsource your self-care. So how can you hold yourself accountable and start doing it what you need to do, so you're not, running on fumes or living in this survival mode, all of those things that we talked about in the first two days. So that's it for me for talking. I want to know, what are your biggest struggles when you think about taking care of yourself in this moment, with kids or work or the ridiculousness that's going on out in the world? Like, what is your biggest struggle that's keeping you from living your life and taking care of yourself? Like, what is that? Because we want to support you. This is for you. I have my own routine kind of carved out that I've been working on for 6.5 years. But if you're new to this, or you're have some life things that are keeping you, kind of in maybe a stuck place, let us know, because we can always bring up your questions and the stuff that comes up in our community on all of these calls that we're doing. And if you feel like you need support, you can always message us. We're here for you guys. So let me know if you have any questions. I'll hang out for a minute. I'm gonna check back over in Facebook just for a few. Hi Neen, hi cousin, hi Terry. I see you guys on there. I just wanted to make sure that I'm not here, or I'm not missing any messages. Okay, there we go. So I'll hang out for like 3 more minutes. You guys just let me know if you have any questions or have specific things that you're interested in, or maybe 1 or 2 of the biggest things that are kind of keeping you, I don't know what the word is, hindered, is that the word? Keeping you kind of hindered? I don't think that's the word I'm looking for. But do you see what I'm saying? What is keeping you, holding you back from really taking your needs to the next level, right? And not just saying, I'll do that when. And then the problem with that, when moms say, I'll get to that, meaning self-care, I'll get to that, taking care of myself, when X, Y, and Z are done. The problem with that is 9 times out of 10, you're too tired at the end of the night to do it. And then also, to the flip side of that, when you keep going on the hamster wheel, and then you flake, you're essentially flaking, and you lose integrity on yourself. If you get your whole list done, right, and everything is checked off of your list, then why is there that feeling of emptiness when everything is said and done? Because I know a lot of people have these to-do lists, like a mile long, right? Here's, I'll have this to-do list, yet it's unfulfilling, right? The more stuff you have on your list to do, and you're checking it off, and then at the end of it, you should feel better, right? Like, oh, wow, I did all of my stuff. And I think a huge reason is because you're just running around, you're just checking stuff off the list. It's not meaningful. It's not soothing you. It's not fun. It's not recharging this. It's just checking the list off. So at the end, if you keep repeating the cycle over and over again, it's like, oh, I did my list, yet you still fall flat at the end and you feel like deflated. That is speaking so loudly, because those chores and those to-dos, they're not filling your cup up, right? It's just like, oh, Costco, Trader Joe's, drop the kids off. It's like, so where are you in that? Where are you in that play? Where are you in the midst of it? Where are you meeting your needs and not just checking more stuff off of your to-do list? So Let me go through here. I think we are, hi guys. If you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, we're going to bounce off here real fast. It's been 20 minutes. I want to respect your guys' time. If you have questions and you watch this replay, just let me know. You can message me and we can chat about it, or I can bring it up on tomorrow's live. Tomorrow's our 5th and final day. It's a cute one. I like it. It's one of the things that we're probably all craving right now, and it's really hard to get, but we're going to talk about simple ways to find community even with all this nuttiness that's going on. So self-guilt, yeah. So what do you mean with that? Are you saying that when you chill or take a break you feel guilty? Did I get that right, or not? Let me know what you mean. Okay, here's some more. Sorry, guys. Okay, so go ahead, Wepler5. I'm sorry, I'm not thinking right now. I know your name, and I think it's like Jen, or bear with me. I have like a million comments over here I'm going to try to get to. I'm trying to learn sign language. It's quiet and challenging at the same time. Prosecco works for me, yes. Yo-yo, for sure. Yeah, totally. It's actually harder than I thought to not have anything to do. Not working, no kids, husband lives out of town. Hard to do. Hi, Joshi. Motivate myself to do anything at all. So you just want to, yes, emotions can be really debilitating. Yes, I totally agree, Janine. We need to talk anyway. Okay, so self-guilt. So this is just referring to like when you want to take care of yourself, or when you want to just soothe yourself. I get it. You're not someone making you, just you having this, is it like mom guilt kind of a thing? Like, I should be doing more, and then more and more and more comes, and you do more and you do more, and then what, right? You still feel deflated. So I get you. I totally get that. We'll talk more about that tomorrow, but I do want to respect your guys' time. I'm just writing it down so I don't forget tomorrow. If you want to share more with me too, you can message me. I could even go live with you tomorrow. We can talk about it. I'm up for anything. Okay, so I hope that helps. Make sure you go on to, make sure you take your journal, write around, like, what am I waiting for permission on? Can I give myself permission to do what I want to do, or, chill or relax or whatever, and tag me at Shauna Bryant, both here and on Instagram and Facebook, and use the hashtags 5 days of self-care. But we'll talk tomorrow. It's our 5th and final day. It's a good one. If you guys have any questions, just message me, and we'll chat about them directly on tomorrow's call. Tomorrow's call, we can go a little bit longer. I just want to make sure I keep these right at 20 minutes because I want the people who have to watch the replay not to feel like, oh, it's another hour-long call, because I could go and talk all day. So have a good day. Let me know if you need anything, and we'll talk soon. Okay, bye now.